welcome to the Makeup Podcast, where we talk about all things makeup and beauty with a dash of fashion and pop culture. I'm your host, Cmichelle, and let's jump right into it. Welcome to the first episode. This is definitely something to celebrate. I am so proud of the Makeup Podcast, and special shout out and thank you to those who have rated this podcast already, who have subscribed and just really shown this podcast some love. Thank you so much. So on this very first episode, we are going to be talking about my top 10 beauty essentials for the winter. But before we jump into that fabulous list, I would like to introduce a new segment onto this podcast called The Product of the Week. Besos has really changed the game for me as far as powders go. I have been loving the Cloud Set Baked Setting Smoothing Talc-Free Vegan Powder. This stuff is light and airy, so it's perfect for those no makeup days. If you want to look polished and put together, this powder is it. Like, it really has done it for me and changed the game. I love it. It's clean as far as the formulation. It has a natural finish. It's best for oily, combo, and normal skin. Good for pores, and it does not have any silicones in it. So it's described as a super soft, sheer setting and smoothing powder baked with skincare that sweeps away shine, not glow, feels like nothing, but looks like everything. The coverage is light, the finish is natural, it is perfect. I love this powder, and I have found myself just reaching for it often, and it just really smooths out the skin. It has no fragrance to it. Now, I will say this though, upon getting this powder, I thought it was going to be too light because in the actual packaging, it looks like it's going to be too light, but after you apply it to the skin, it just blends in like butter and it looks like my skin. So I love it. I am in the shade Pillowy. I love the packaging. I got this as a sample at Sephora as I was checking out under the offers, and I'm so glad that I picked this because I will be getting a full size of the Kosas Baked and Smoothing Vegan Powder. That's the product of the week. Now let's jump into my top 10 winter beauty essentials. So the main thing I think about in the winter months is hydration, because it is so dry, so cold where I live. So it's so important to work a little bit harder to make sure that we're getting the hydration that we need. Aside from hydrating from the inside out, making sure that we're drinking enough water, it's really important too that we use products to help with that. So they work together in a sense. Another thing is exfoliation. I tend to, in the winter months, just really notice the dry patches, dry skin, and all of that jazz. So exfoliating will really help with that. And my number one product for the face that I absolutely love is by Dermalogica. It's the Daily Microfoliant Exfoliator. This stuff is great and it's best for oily, combo, and normal skin. It's cruelty-free, good for dullness and uneven texture. It's vegan. It has salicylic acid in it. And it's a great, gentle rice. So it's a rice-based powder cleanser that exfoliates skin while visibly brightening, smoothing texture, and clearing clogged pores. I can attest that it definitely made my skin look brighter. Whenever I use it, whenever I could tell that it needs a bit of a pick-me-up, I will try this exfoliator and it works. It's a powder that you pour into your hand. You activate it by adding a little water, mixing those together, rubbing it on your skin, and just wiping it off or rinsing it off. And it does the trick. It's so great for just removing all of those dead skin cells and just reviving the skin again. After I use that product, it makes me feel like I've gone to a spa and had a luxurious facial, and they just have done all these things to make my skin look so bright and supple and nourished and all of that jazz. So I love that product. It does the trick, and you can do it yourself at home, and it's inexpensive to use and it's easy to use. Since we're on the topic of exfoliators, let's move into my second product that is a staple It is something that I put even in my makeup kit because it is so good. This is by Fresh. It's called the Sugar Lip Wonder Drops. This stuff, you're missing out if you haven't tried it and you are a lip person. Like, for example, I love my lipsticks, I love my lip glosses, my favorite part of makeup to do on clients is the eyes and the lips. It just really pulls everything together. So the Sugar Lip Wonder Drops is a lip primer. This also claims to be advanced lip therapy, retexturing, and smoothing gel. Love this stuff. It's a little pricey. It's $26, but it's worth every penny. It's clean as Sephora, without parabens, without phthalates. It's good for dullness and uneven texture, good for dryness. This is a lip exfoliator that smooths the rough lips with natural occurring AHAs, leaving them silky soft and primed for color. So this is not something that you have to rinse off on your clients or on yourself. For example, I have one in my kit and one for me. So how I use this product is you take a little bit off and you smooth it on your lips and you let it dry. After it dries, your lips are good to go to add your color. You don't have to rub it off. You just lay it on the lips and it does what it needs to do. It smooths out the lips, kind of fills in the lines and wrinkles and all of that. So for me in the winter time, I noticed, of course, my lips are drier faster. So this is a lifesaver if you're moving really quickly, you don't have time to moisturize the client's lips for whatever reason, you're super rushed, and you just need something to put on their lips to help with the dryness and just to prime them. This is your go-to. This is worth the investment. Send me an email at podcast@cmichellestyles.com and let me know how you like this product or any of the products mentioned. I definitely want to have a dialogue about these products, and also let me know if you have any winter beauty favorites of your own. Also, you guys, if you need to just get some dead skin off of your lips or your client's lips, take a warm cloth, a warm napkin, and just rub their lips in a circular motion. Then put the Sugar Lip Wonder Drops on top of that. Money, you're good. But the third staple for me is going to be the Ilia Lip Rat Overnight Treatment. So it's an overnight lip treatment with clean ingredients that help reveal your smoothest, softest lips. It's a lip balm and a treatment. It hydrates and plumps. Okay. I really do like this product and it does work. I've tried so many lip masks and all of that, and when I wake up in the morning, my lips are still crusty. Like, why? What's the point, right? So the great thing about this product is I was able to try it before we buy it. Plug. Tester Tuesdays are something that I do sporadically where we try new products before we buy them. I got this sample at Sephora and it's worth buying a full size. It made my lips so moisturized the next morning. I didn't feel any like crust patches or any type of like rough patches and nothing like that. It's such a good product. You literally just put it on at night, wake up in the morning, your lips should feel good and smooth. Hopefully it does the same for you, but it really worked for me. The fourth product. All right. So as you guys can tell, I love lip products. I love lip products. I have been absolutely loving a gloss by Lawless. This is called the Lawless Forget the Filter Lip Plumper Line Smoothing Gloss. It does have a bit of a tingling sensation, but I love it. So it comes in 3 different colors. I did buy their mini sizes, so I was able to test the other 2 colors. I have the original color, which is called Rosy. It's the Super Sheer Baby Pink. You guys, that stuff works. You're talking about the power duo of the Fresh Sugar Lip Wonder Drops with this on top of it. Oh, kissable, perfect, supple, juicy lips, honey. So this is clean as Sephora. It's plumping, it's hydrating, it's high shine finish, very high shine. So it's a clinically tested ultra shiny gloss with immediate long-term softening, hydrating, and visibly plumping benefits. I can agree to all of that. I don't really get too deep into products, ingredients, and all of that on this podcast, but I will list a couple of the things that it has in it. It has Maxi Lip. It's a clinically shown to visibly increase lip volume by 40% and decrease the look of wrinkles by 29%. Shea butter hydrates, smooths the lips. Rosehip oil makes lips feel pillowy soft. This product works. It's a great product. It's $25 and I love it. I love it, love it, love it. So much so I have a full size of one. I just bought the minis. One would 9 times out of 10 go in my kit of the minis, and I'm going to keep buying it because it works. It fills the lips up. They're plump, they're juicy, they're kissable. Try this product and let me know what you think. It's good. All right, so now let's move into some more moisture hydrating rich products. So let's talk about moisturizers. So for me, I am a combination skin girl. The older I've gotten, I've realized my skin has been changing quite a bit, and I've been getting more kind of dry, honestly, but I'm like a good combination for sure. So I stayed away from creams, and most people in the winter love a cream for their face moisturizer. I still stay away from the rich, heavy creams. For me, what really works is the Peter Thomas Ross Water Drench. This is a long one, okay? Water Drench Hyaluronic Acid Moisturizer. This stuff is so good. My husband uses it. My skin stays hydrated for feels like the entire day, and it claims to hydrate your skin for 72 hours. So it's a fluffy light 30% hyaluronic acid complex cream with penetavitin, a breakthrough ingredient that helps provide up to 72 hours of hydration. It's good for normal, dry, combination, and oily skin, so pretty much all skin types. For fine lines and wrinkles, dryness, and uneven texture. This product is so good. I've added it to my kit because I can use it on everyone. And the way that it does plump up and hydrate the skin is really incredible, especially for my seasoned clients. It is great. I know a lot of people like to use the Embro Elise. I have purchased it. I have used it. It's great. It's very thick. It's very rich. But this one I can replace for that. Like I don't even use that hardly anymore. I only use the Peter Thomas Roth because it's good for everyone, and it does something magical to the skin. And underneath makeup, it's like a primer within itself. It doesn't claim to be a primer, but that's just how I see it. It just makes your skin look like you've drank a gallon of water. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. It makes you look like you've drank a gallon of water, like hydrated. Invest in a really good face and body oil. My absolute favorite is black seed oil. Now I can get really deep into oleic or linoleic acids, but I picked the one that is best for me and my skin type. It really helped with my acne. If you guys want my acne story and how I cleared it naturally, let me know by shooting me an email or over on Instagram at Cmichellestyles, and I'll be glad to share more about it. But that's how I discovered and came across black seed oil, which is great for both my face and body. My hair also, I use it for everything. I know it comes in different forms. You can get it in a capsule, you can get it in the oil form, whichever you choose, but I use the oil form. It does have a very strong smell that takes some time to get used to, honey. Let me just put that out there. But once you get used to it, you're used to it, and you can just move right along your routine. In the winter months, I definitely mix this with my body cream. I use it to seal in my moisturizers at night, or sometimes I just use it as my moisturizer only. So I love black seed oil. I can use it for face and body, and I think it's great for that extra hydration, that extra moisture. Number 7, a good hand cream. Me personally, I just use a good body cream as a hand cream. So whatever is left over from my oil, for example, I'll rub that into my skin, or I'll use a really good body cream, like a rich, thick body cream. Because girl, nobody has time to be looking like I was tap dancing in some baby powder with some ashy hands. Like, that's a no. And in our industry as makeup artists, as people that work in a service field, you want to make sure your hands are always looking presentable. So just having a hand cream or a lotion on you at all times is pivotal. The one that I have been really loving right now is by Josie Moran. It's the Whipped Argan Oil Body Butter. I have it in unscented. Of course, I got a sample of it first, as I think it was a free gift at Ulta or Sephora, one of them. It's a great product. It is thick, it is rich, it is emollient. It's excellent for dryness, it's cruelty free, and it's another clean product. I've been noticing a lot of these products I've been loving lately are clean. So it's described as a decadent oil powdered body butter, bursting with nutrient-rich fatty acids and antioxidants to soften, smooth, and visibly firm the skin from head to toe. Okay. It's for all skin types, and I will say that it is a little costly, but it's worth it. It's $36. I know VIB Rouge just passed, but a lot of these products, if you guys wanted to wait until the next time or try to go to a makeup professional stores, they do carry some of these brands. I know some of them carry Peter Thomas Roth. I've seen Kosas at one of the professional makeup websites like Cmichellestyles Cosmetics and all of that. So get a good hand cream. Let's move on to number 8. Number 8 is controversial. It's really not, but I'm just saying it's something that I have to do better at, and that is wearing a sunscreen. The sun does not go away in the winter. Those UV rays still come through. So wearing a good sunscreen is super important. I have been wearing the Black Girl sunscreen here recently. And there are a few others I want to experiment with. A lot of people love that one. A lot of people love the Supergoop one. Of course, I have a sample of the Supergoop one that I want to try. I have one of the regular Supergoop, and I think it's like a highlighter Supergoop. Supergoop. Say that like 5 times in a row and see if you can do it. But sunscreen, I don't have much to say on that one, child, because I got to do better at that myself. But sunscreen is still important in the winter time. You can still get those UV rays, and you want to make sure that you're protecting your skin from all of that, because that does aid to your aging process in your skin, especially in the neck, you guys. We cannot forget about our neck and our décolletés when it comes to any of the stuff that we're talking about today. Okay, so let's move on to face mask. Okay, so back in the day, I think it was from Influencer. If anybody knows what Influencer is, shout out to you. So Influencer sent out this box once, and it had, I don't even know how to pronounce this name properly, but forgive me, but it's Erno Laszlo, New York. It is a high-end company for, I think, skincare beauty. But let me tell you, they made this amazing face mask, and it plumped, it hydrated, it brightened my skin. Like, I was super shocked after I took it off and actually saw that it worked right away. Like a lot of products, you don't really see the results until after a few uses, but no, this was instant. And it ain't cheap. So now that I see the price, I was so glad I got it from Influencer. Shout out to you, Influencer. But anyway, it is $96 for a pack of 4. So it's a whole process. So what you do, it's a mix to activate facial moisturizing mask. It's clinically proven to target skin concerns instantly, okay, leaving skin supple and supported. Hydration levels increase by 48%. Instantly after use. And that's so funny. After I read that description, I just was mentioning to you how I noticed it working instantly. So some of its claims are brighter skin, plumper skin, smoother skin, improvement in skin clarity, calmer skin, and healthier skin. I just remember when I used it, I looked super hydrated, brighter, smoother. Instantly. Like, it was amazing. So it's a pack of 4 for $96. It's worth it, period, hands down. So, and this is for the hydration part, the moisturizing part. There are other masks that I can mention, like other sheet masks and things like that, but this is the one that works, and it has really good ratings. It's just a really good product. So I would say give it a try. I know that it's an investment, but we have to invest in ourselves. I mean, it's a necessity. If we're not going to advocate and invest in ourselves, who will? All right, you guys, last but not least, this is my little secret weapon that, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know I needed until I found out I needed it. Y'all, it is called Aquaphor, okay? Aquaphor healing ointment. If it can go on my baby, it can go on me, okay? And this is not the diaper rash cream, and this is the healing ointment. And that's exactly what it does. If your hands are super cracked, if your skin is feeling like really tight, try Aquaphor right out of the shower, or try mixing it with some of your lotions and oils and creams for your body and see how that works. I think it would just give you that extra layer of hydration and moisture. Okay, we've reached the end of my list, but I have one more bonus essential for you, and that is a candle. My absolute favorite candle for winter is by Nest, and it's called Moroccan Amber, and it has hints of sweet patchouli, Moroccan amber, heliotrope, bergamot, and a hint of eucalyptus. It is a very strong smelling candle, and I love it. It just really reminds me of the fall and winter months, and I get it every year and use it up. If you stayed to the end and listened to this entire podcast, you are a real one, and I appreciate you guys so much. Help me come up with the name for my listeners. I know people have different names for their subscribers and things like that. If you have an idea, email at podcast@Cmichellestyles.com. Also, while you're there, if you have any questions, comments, or topics, please include that also. Everything that I mentioned in today's podcast will be in the description below, so make sure you check that out also. Share this podcast with your fellow makeup artists or beauty enthusiast friends. I'd greatly appreciate it. And while you're here, check out some other episodes. And again, thank you for joining me for beauty and community. And until next time, adios. Besos.